What's going on, y'all? We're doing Americans being Americans, man. Let's go ahead and hop to the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell, man. Let's go.
America, the land of the free. As long as you pay for it. No one says today is 14th of March. People say it's March 14th, lol. Have you ever gone outside of the US? No. LMAO. Hello, yes, 999. I just had to eat a very moldy blueberry by mistake and I'd like my tongue removed. 999? You mean 911? I think if I ordered an ambulance from America, I'd be a little bit scuppered since I live in England and it's an awfully long drive. Hey, fun fact, Americans. Because of how much of your media my country consumes, they had to set up Australia's phone systems to automatically reroute 911 to 000. Because so many of us kids would call 911 because that's what we saw on the TV. America, y'all just jealous. Stop complaining about your life. There are literally people living in the USA. Y'all just jealous because we have freedom of speech and the
These one-offs can't be the whole representation of America, man. Like, there's stupid people everywhere. So when you see concepts or like, you know, these particular references, it's like, come on, man, this isn't applicable to the general population.
Second Amendment and you don't. It's in the Netherlands? I'm sorry, I don't know where some random city Amsterdam is. Jesus. Amsterdam is so irrelevant, bro. I bet you more people have heard of our smallest state, Vermont, than the freaking Amsterdam. No need to judge me. Also, you're British, so how do you know? Actually, your smallest state is Rhode Island, not Vermont. Shut up! Chill, no need to have a mental breakdown. I doubt you could afford the hospital cover anyway.
Boom. Roasted.
Ancestry DNA. 42% Scandinavian, 26% Native American, 24% European, 8% Asian. I gotta say though, in this person's defense, they're just printing what they've been given. This is all on Ancestry DNA for just clumping Europeans together in one bundle, but isolating Scandinavia.
A lot of that stuff's
Australia
fake, bro.
that you've
It's a
infringed
hoax.
on someone else thinks that Australia protest erupts in New York? What? When? What? What? I didn't even know we needed saving. This Schmidt is hilarious. Oh, of course, this was 2021. What an image. The US made of the mist at Niagara Falls packed to the railings, while
What
the
a-
Canadian equivalent is only allowed 6 passengers.
Hey, I've been on this ride, man. Everybody got to dress up in the blue parkas, jumpsuits. This thing looked packed to the T's though. But Niagara Falls, the mists. Been a few casualties out there too.
Per sailing. Just note this post is all from 2020. It's not that there's no Canadians anymore, it's just that they were doing the social distancing back then. But don't let that stop a proud patriot to threaten you. Just keep in mind, one could take every inch of your land if we wanted to. Well, we don't though, because we are nice. People who leave their phones set to military time are freaking war criminals. How do you look at 1605 and go, wow, I can understand that? Freaking bootlickers, what's next? You gonna join the army? Recruit me? Americans be like, okay, I can't count past 12 actually. In the UK right now, a train is delayed as a cat is sitting on the roof and is refusing to come down. It
No
says
way.
West
No
Coast
way.
on the front of the train. America.
Check this out.
Come
I'm
on,
going to show
bro.
you how I afforded this car.
People get their whole continents, countries, everything discombobulated.
It's like his signature. On a post about the Cleopatra show. Lol, I'm not really understanding the hate around this show. Egypt is
This kind of satire is kind of like very, very, I don't know. I can't get jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a lot of this is a lot of hoax material. I don't believe it's a lot of validated or actual occurrences that have happened, all for the concept of the video. But partially, we do have an understanding of how some Americans are very slow. You know what I mean? I had a whole playlist dedicated to more so Europeans talking about their experience leaving America. And that was more detailed to like societal aspects. Obviously pertaining partially political, but then more so like tying into healthcare, economy, things of that sort. So this is more so like stupid quotes from people low IQ references and conversations, which was kind of partially generalized amongst those other videos as well. But this one is just like trying to make it very comical. and I think it's kind of just over the top.
Obviously in Africa. So she could have been African American. Oh no! Oh no! We have no idea what she looked like, so we can't
To think about what
of the sun. But oh no!
This clock shows time in the shadow based on the position of the sun.
Oh, that's a higher number than 12. It would be cool if it worked in 12-hour. I'm American. Can't read military time. Dude, you literally have the biggest military in the world.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty sure. You have the most expensive military in the world, I'll give you that. Point of view. The cops at your school sit on lifeguard chairs to watch for fights at lunch. Oh.
Where they do this at, man? The lifeguard chair. The high chair. I know y'all remember this, man. Y'all go to the community swimming pool. There's a lifeguard, and usually, what's it, Sandlot, to where it was the fine lifeguard. They came over to the community pool, and what was it, Squints? He faked drowning in the pool, right, so that he could get resuscitated by the lifeguard. And I think in the end, he actually ends up marrying her. She was bad though.
Owie. At least give him like a life ring that he can just throw at students. So ridiculous. Donald must work on his anger management problem, then go to a good old-fashioned movie with a friend. Chill, Donald. Chill.
Greta Thunberg.
Stop the count.
She got the Wendy's girl hair. What are they, like the Amish? That's how you know her name should have been Greta.
No circumstance
She wears
is it
clogs.
okay for a teenager to refer to our president
What
by
are they
his first
called?
name. No circumstances. You're on an American website using an American browser on the internet, which Americans invented. Go f yourself, you irrelevant witch with a bee. A little bee buzzing around you. Chinese website, technically. The inventor of Google Chrome is Sundar Pichai, who is Tamil. The inventor of the internet was from England. The only thing American here is your education level.
Boom. Roasted.
Also, Europe is not that big, and all Europeans have pretty much the exact same culture and genetics. Oh, please. Please go and say this in Europe. Go over there. Go to a town square and begin the rest of this conversation. Someone saying they are part Irish and part French is the equivalent of saying you are part Kentuckian and part New Yorkan. Irish and French are nationalities, not races. Whoa, dude, how did you sprinkle some correctness in all this wrong? It's incredible. It's like a sparkling nugget of gold in your diarrhea. Europeans are Europeans. Europe isn't big enough to distinguish one European from another. Look,
Wow.
in their defense, if Europe wasn't so small, they probably wouldn't be having so many wars, so. Quick, the American.
But this is like this ignorance is global. You know, there's people that's stupid in every part of every sector, portion of the globe. Every single country, there's someone this dumb and ignorant. So, but there's the stigma that Americans are really stupid in general. Like, everybody thinks like every American has the IQ of a redneck that lives in a trailer park, you know, or, you know, inner city kids that don't know how to read, you know. There's stupidity in various cultural or ethnic backgrounds is my point. So other countries do just have the stigma of America being overly dumb. So that's what a lot of these references are from. Now, obviously, he makes a good point. People will take huge offense to if you went to any place in Europe and you went to a city center in a particular country, who knows, and you just said that, oh, y'all, you talked all this trash. Of course, you're going to run into some issues. Because I think there's people who are patriotic globally, but I think like respect and honor and culture in other countries and other cultures is like 10 times more honorable or more of like a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think like if you disrespect their culture, they take huge offense to it. So that would be a bad idea.
Pictures of stuff that isn't expensive.
You wouldn't want that
Whoa,
smoke.
Look, free Ubers. Only because Americans pay for the healthcare of Europe. Whoa, what? I'd rather receive false information and US that they've decided Americans are the only ones who might not realize they're foreigners. This way to foreign passports. Over here, if you're not from this country. Over here. Americans, out this way! How can this be today when it's 7:45 a.m. and this says it happened at 11 a.m.? Hi there. We are
Damn
the
car
National
crash here.
Gallery in London. Well, maybe put that on your screen name. There's a National Gallery in Washington, D.C. Madam, your first name unfortunately suits you.
you
Comment down below, man. Let me know y'all thoughts on this. This is a different spin on the whole American reacts kind of concept, like I said earlier. So I don't know if I should keep doing these videos, but some of these are funny. A lot of these tend to trend, man. But I don't see why. I think if it's from the comedic standpoint, some of this stuff gets old. It's like the cliche black jokes, or like the redneck jokes, or like the Asian jokes. They're just ingrained throughout history and societal norms, and kind of like an ignorant understanding that these jokes and concepts and references will never go away.
Lives in Germany, bro.
They live
I
within
have never
culture.
felt this mentally well in my whole life. What a freaking time to post this. Why? Are you willfully ignorant of the Supreme Court dismantling our freedoms, or are you a conservative or just stupid?
Said, "Are
it
you dumb,
really
fool?"
amazes me that some people don't fathom that there are other people using the internet in the world. Say what you
Are you
want.
dumb?
America
Huh?
is the reason you have cars. That's Germany. Get real. Next, you're gonna tell me that sausages aren't American. Meanwhile, in r/polls, non-Americans of Reddit, would you want to move to America permanently? Oh, look at that. Look at the overwhelming middle finger. It's the greatest country on earth, people. You don't want to miss out on living here. Spoken like a true customs officer hoping to get some extra revenue this year. In kindergarten, first day, we sat in a circle and all of the kids were going around the room saying where they were born, favorite color, etc. They got to me and I said that I was born in Athens, Greece. The whole class erupted in laughter. I looked over to the teacher. She was laughing as well. She said,
You must mean that you were born in Athens, Georgia.
it was that moment I was thinking to myself, what the hell is she going to teach me?
That's gotta be crazy. Imagine your teacher that stupid, It probably was like hole in the wall, some town of 1,000 people. Yeah, you're probably not gonna get the best education there.
She's going to teach you the greatest education system on the planet, the imperial system. Imagine thinking ancient Greeks were white. Oh boy, what a beautiful conclusion to make. You believe they were not? Are you American or something? Well, hey, calm down. Yes, he said something dumb, but there's no need to go to such extremities. Wait, in other countries, you don't have to pay a hospital bill at all? I thought it was just cheaper, but no pay at all? That's so interesting. How do you prevent people from just jumping off stuff like idiots? What? How do we prevent people from just, basic self-preservation instincts? Wait, hold up, American. So the only reason you are not injuring yourself deliberately is money? Running headfirst into walls is such an expensive hobby. Healthcare isn't a human right. I'm not paying the bill for some turd that habitually abuses their own body and uses EMS. Universal healthcare. It's interesting how, excluding some countries there, but the closer you get to the equator, the more statistically, the government doesn't care about its citizens' health. Just think, Alaska, if your land was still owned by Russia, you'd have healthcare. Universal healthcare ain't it, Chief. Sure, you get medical attention, but your doctors are imbeciles and more likely will harm than help you. No, that's not at all how it works. More people use imperial than metric. The US
We're
is
cooked.
a large population-wise, and it's more than the entirety of all metric countries combined. No one mentions India alone has a larger population than the US. Never will cease to has gone from $21 a vial insulin or even the packaging. That's a 1,200% increase on a hormone every human requires to live, but my body can't make.
Insulin
I
treatment's
die
increasing
in
over time.
48 hours without it. That's free in the UK. My husband has been type 1 diabetic for over 40 years. Many stays in the hospital. Excellent GP care. Excellent foot care weekly. 6 daily medications. Free. All of it. We pay taxes, and the National Health Service is a service for all. Whoa, is someone talking about... Can use American, the best measurements. Actually... Wheels is an Australian magazine. We use metric measurements. Yeah, well, you're on the internet, which is American. Therefore, you can use American, the best measurements. Actually, the World Wide Web was first developed in CERN. I don't blame you for not knowing that. You're apparently
Let's
an
not
American.
get into the CERN talk.
Roasted.
Still, the EU doesn't really have homegrown computer companies. At least none come to mind. But overall, I agree. Apple hardware isn't cheap, and Europeans have less disposable income than Americans. It's why you rarely see see iPhones outside Switzerland. Lol, are you kidding? iPhones are everywhere in Europe. Italy, Spain, Germany, UK. Oh, don't be silly. If that was true, then that means Europeans would be able to access the internet. We all know that only Americans use that. The feminine urge to get a giant dog, buy a tiny house in the woods, and leave.
As we could tell, man, the whole society's cooked, bro. I mean, not even just American. The whole world is stupid. But yes, Americans being Americans. I don't know. There's shitty education systems everywhere, bro. But yes, like I was saying in the earlier part of the video, like there's just a stigma about America being dumb. And these are a lot of conversations that are normal conversations had day to day within our communities, within our society. So we're going to end the video there, man. It's just a whole 20 minutes of references like that and people saying dumb things. So, you know, I'll save y'all the trouble. So comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts, man. Subscribe to the channel. Recommend additional content. God bless, man. We'll see y'all in the next video. We out.